We Americans love our seafood. From salmon to halibut to haddock, we just can't seem to get enough. But the number one consumed seafood in America is shrimp, and for very good reason. It's so versatile. This high protein, savory shrimp chowder is perfect for the cooler winter months and is enhanced by the addition of wine. Ancient Chinese proverbs say, fish gotta swim twice, once in water, then in butter and wine. This Eccodomani Pinot Grigio is inspired by the allure of modern Italy. It is created from some of the finest vineyards in Italy's renowned Tre Venezi region. Eccodomani Pinot Grigio showcases delightful floral and tropical fruit aromas with a flavor that is elegant and crisply refreshing. Now the recipe calls for either 2 bottles of clam juice or you can use the canned fish stock, but I prefer to make shrimp stock since we're doing a shrimp stew. So when you peel your shrimp, with the easy peel shrimp, you keep the shells. We'll just simply saute our shells in a large stock pot with about a tablespoon of oil, and we'll add 2 cups of water. We'll just simmer for 5 minutes. Strain. And then we have shrimp stock. Now for the green onions, we're going to be using the white part only, but when you get down to the darker green, we're going to separate that for our garnish on top of the chowder. And of course, some celery for aromatics. Now for the garlic, I like to puree it, so we're going to mince it fine. We're going to add a little bit of kosher salt to it. Then we're going to use our knife flat side and get a nice smash on it to puree down. Great garlic flavor and nobody gets a surprise. Now this chowder cooks pretty quick, so you want to do what the French call mise en place and line everything up the way it goes into the recipe. Starting with your high smoke point oil. We're going to use the same pot that we use to make our shrimp stock. This is grapeseed oil, which you can also use safflower oil, which has a higher smoke point. You don't really want to use olive oil. Next, we're going to add our onion, celery, and carrots, which the French call mirepoix. These are used in a lot of soups and sauces in French cooking, and add a lot of great aromatic flavor. Now we're going to be cooking in steps, starting with the vegetables. So you want to get them caramelized or slightly translucent on the onions, which gives them great flavor. You just don't throw everything in the pot. It's all cooking in stages. Next, we're going to add our flour and cook it for about a minute to get rid of that flour flavor. This will be making a roux, which will help thicken our chowder. Next, we'll go with our garlic, and we'll give it a saute for only about 30 seconds because you don't want to burn that garlic. It'll be very bitter if you do. And followed by our shrimp stock. Next, we're going to add our 28-ounce can of these fire-roasted diced tomatoes, undrained, followed by our Eccodomani Pinot Grigio wine. When the simmer returns, we're going to add our paprika, pepper flakes, dried oregano, and thyme. Use fresh thyme if you have it. And next we'll add our raw shrimp. Now as soon as those shrimp hit the pot, start counting, even though it stops boiling. 3 minutes, no longer, because it's going to cook quick. You don't want them to turn to rubber. Now since our stew is a red color, you can actually make the dish with the Chateau Souverain Cabernet Sauvignon. This Chateau Souverain Cabernet Sauvignon is rooted in California winemaking history and has a legacy of quality dating back to 1944. This rich Cabernet features flavors of dark red fruit and black cherry, while round tannins and a hint of vanilla create a classic balanced finish, and is also a great pairing for this dish. For the last minute of cooking, we'll add our heavy cream. Now we'll finish the taste with some kosher salt and fresh cracked pepper. We'll turn off the heat and let it rest for about 5-8 minutes. And we're ready to serve. But what if you're a beer fan? Another great pairing for this dish is the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale American IPA. This beer is brewed with 100% Centennial hops. This delicious American IPA is named after the majestic Two-Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit and perfectly balanced with a malt backbone. Another great beer pairing for this dish is the Elysian Dayglow. A touch of wheat haze and malt soften this bright and crisp IPA. Dayglow is packed with juicy hops featuring pineapple and tropical fruit flavors and aromas. The hops used in this beer are Mosaic, El Dorado, and Centennial for a tropical, sunshiny flavor that's sure to please. It's also available in cans. Enjoy!